Security at the airport, just how safe are you?
Seconds ahead, 62 CBS News takes you on a revealing investigation.
See firsthand what happens inside 12 different airports in one day.
Plus a big fuss over this bird.
Why is this local man crying foul?
62 CBS News at 11 starts right now.
This is 62 CBS News special coverage. America fights back.
Long lines and tighter security. Tonight, a 62 CBS airport safety reality check. We'll fly you through the country's busiest airports for a first-hand look at security. And from the front lines, closing in on Osama bin Laden.
We're hunting him down. The noose is beginning to narrow.
Good evening, I'm Rich Fisher along with Amira Jacobson. Well, tonight, the Pentagon puts a price on Osama bin Laden's head. $25 million offered to anyone who can flush bin Laden out of hiding. Here in the United States, President Bush puts pen to paper and signs an aviation security bill designed to protect Americans in the air. With the very latest, we go now to Washington, D.C., where Terry Okita is standing by live. Here's her report.
Tonight, the president's public relations campaign went hand in hand with the bombing campaign in Afghanistan. The president trying to quell criticism for continuing airstrikes during the holy month of Ramadan.
Welcome to the White House.
More than 50 ambassadors from Muslim nations joined President Bush for a blessing and the customary Ramadan meal. At the dinner, the president defended his decision to continue the fighting in Afghanistan during the Islamic holy month.
The terrorists have no home in any faith. Evil has no holy days.
The Taliban is losing territory quickly, but its troops are still holding out to the south in Kandahar and to the north in Kunduz. The Taliban has offered to negotiate an end to the war with the U.S., but Washington has refused again.
Any idea that those people should end up in some sort of a negotiation which would allow them to leave the country and go off and destabilize other countries and engage in terrorist attacks on the United States is something that I would certainly do everything I could to prevent.
Osama bin Laden may be running out of places to hide in Afghanistan, but he still has pockets of loyal Taliban soldiers, some who are suspected of killing 4 international journalists on their way to Kabul. Witnesses say 6 gunmen started firing at them.
I saw the shoot that they were shooting the journalists.
The journalists were from Pakistan, Australia, Italy, and Spain, and the ambush suggests there is little security anywhere in this fractured country. The Pentagon is hoping to avoid sending U.S. ground troops cave to cave in search of Osama bin Laden by offering $25 million to anyone who can find him and turn him over. Reporting live from Washington, I'm Terry Okita. Now back to you.
Thank you, Terry. President Bush strengthens air security laws. Within 1 year, all airport security screeners will become federal employees. That change will add about another $5 to every round-trip ticket. Now, in the meantime, passengers have to rely on security systems that are already in place. The question is it enough? Meg Oliver has an exclusive airport security reality check.
My colleagues and I traveled to 12 different airports across the country. My journey began early in the morning right here inside Metro's Northwest Terminal. As you can see, at night it's rather quiet and there are very few people. But if you travel between 6 and 9 in the morning, it's a different beast. November 1st, 2001, 20 minutes after 7 in the morning, we arrive at Metro Airport. Our flight is scheduled to leave at 9 o'clock. Parking takes longer than we anticipate. Finally, we find a spot and pick up the pace. See the lines? Super long lines filling up the terminal and stretching down the sidewalk.
Anything in the cooler, sir?
Outside, curbside check-in is allowed.
So, gentlemen, we have a total of 2 bags each from Detroit to San Juan.
Correct, ma'am.
But it takes time. Passengers don't seem to mind. Their sense of humor is intact.
Get that camera off. My wife don't know I'm leaving town.
At 7:45, we begin winding through the line to the ticket counter.
I didn't think it would be this bad, but I expected some wait.
Our wait ends a half hour later.
It's like this every morning?
Almost every day. As many of the items you're traveling. I know, do you have any carry-on luggage?
No.
With 2 questions answered and 2 bags checked, we step into another line. Airline personnel inspects tickets. Security guards scan, swipe, and pat people down, while a couple National Guardsmen stand in the wings.
That's pretty heavy.
Photographer Paul Pitlawani hands over his camera. They take a look, but seem more impressed with the camera's size than inspecting his bag.
Man, I ain't never seen nothing that small. Like, I mean, it's for like those kind. It's about this big.
Yeah, much lighter.
Man, if you break a lens on that, you'll be upset. You're upset, sir.
Oh, okay, thanks a lot.
It takes me much longer to pass through. My home video camera passes, but the scanner picks out my bag to search. The guard thoroughly combs through my bag, unzipping side compartments, back pockets, and my makeup bag.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to rerun your bag for the screener. I will be right back, okay?
Take two.
One more check. We got something here at the bottom.
After a final search, they blame the delay on a makeup brush and let me go.
An hour later, we've checked our bags and gone through the security checkpoint. This bag in particular had to be checked twice. My makeup bag had to be run through twice.
We're just making it.
Yes, you are, and I just need to see your picture, please.
With a few minutes to spare, Paul and I board the plane, find our seats, and take off. At 9 o'clock Central Time, we touch down at Chicago O'Hare and find a dramatically different setting. It's truly remarkable the difference 3 hours can make. If you fly during the morning rush, there's no way around it here at Metro. You have to arrive at least 2 hours before your flight takes off. Now, coming up in just a few minutes, we'll show you what security was like at Chicago O'Hare late in the morning. Reporting at Metro, I'm Meg Oliver. Now back to you.
All right, Meg, thanks. See you in a few minutes. Local Arab Americans receive a how-to guide for dealing with police. Officers from around the state are knocking on doors, hoping to get information about terror recruitment efforts. Critics worry about racial profiling. Our Scott McFarland reports.
Detroit and Dearborn police will conduct a lion's share of the interviews. They'll speak with hundreds of Arab Americans trying to find if they have any information about local terrorist cells. But tonight, with these interviews, comes a bit of intervention.
You're looking at it. Michigan's American Civil Liberties Union passes out these brochures.
This is exactly for those people, because as they start getting knocks on their doors from the state police or the FBI or the U.S. Attorney's Office, they will have some information.
Titled, What to Do If You're Stopped by Police or the FBI. Dozens of questions and answers about searches, the right to remain silent, and lawyers, including this. Question, I'm nervous about refusing to talk. Won't this look like I'm guilty of something? Answer, you should talk to a lawyer first. Meeting a lawyer doesn't mean you won't cooperate. The FBI says these interviewees are informants, not suspects, that they hope to find associates of Osama bin Laden, one of whom they think they busted inside this Detroit home a few months ago. In Dearborn tonight, a different response. Arab American activists discussing ways to build relationships with police, the future interviewers.
Your loyalty is questioned, and you are grouped in a lump sum of something that's scary to the outside.
The meeting, the guide, they say are ways to ease those fears. Scott McFarland, 62 CBS News at 11.
Political history in Southfield tonight.
I, Brenda Lawrence. I, Brenda Lawrence. Do solemnly swear.
Brenda Lawrence is the first African-American and the first female to be elected mayor. She was sworn in this evening at the Southfield Civic Center. Lawrence replaces Donald Fracassi, who held that office for 29 years.
Detroit police are still searching for the gunman who shot an off-duty police officer. The officer was approached at an ATM at Detroit's east side last night. The suspect dragged him into an alley, grabbed the officer's gun, and shot him in the leg. The police officer is out of the hospital tonight. And the search continues for a serial firebug in Detroit. Police call him the backdoor bomber and say he's torched 11 buildings in the past week. All of the fire bombings have taken place in the area of Gratiot and I-94 in the city's east side. There's a $5,000 reward for his capture. If you have any information, call 1-800-44-ARSON.
A natural gas explosion raises the roof at a Livonia bakery. That blast severely damaged the Hellenic Markets and Bakery on 7 Mile this morning. No one was hurt in the blast. A broken water main in Farmington Hills is just about fixed tonight. That main ruptured last Friday near 14 Mile and Halstead, sending thousands of gallons of water into the street. A boil order is still in effect for Novi, Commerce Township, and Walled Lake. That break forced Novi schools to close today, but classes will resume tomorrow morning.
A Clinton Township man may lose his family pet. He says some fine print makes it illegal to keep a turkey. Roxanne Evanida has details.
Tom Samuel isn't talking turkey.
Come on down. Come on off your roost, buddy.
He's heading to court, fighting to keep Jake. He's a pet.
Yes, he's a pet.
According to a Clinton Township ordinance, Jake is a farm animal. Illegal because his owner lives on only 2 acres.
Earlier this year, the building inspector all of a sudden said, "Are you going to get rid of this effing turkey or not?" And I said, "No, he's mine, he's my pet."
The ordinance says you cannot have farm animals if you have less than 5 acres of property. And what Tom is saying here, as he's told you folks, is Jake the turkey is not being used as a farm animal.
Jake may not be cute or cuddly, but come to any store and you can find a pet from an iguana to a turtle to a furry chinchilla. But the one thing about Jake is his unique ability.
It's a Mohawk warrior flag that's carried at powwows. Put Jake's feathers on.
These are some of the ornamental pieces made from Jake's feathers, including this bustle.
In essence, I would take care of him and he would take care of me by giving me his feathers.
Tom doesn't profit from Jake's feathers, and he doesn't plan on ending their 7-year friendship. In Clinton Township, Roxanne Evanina, 62 CBS News at 11.
Some pet, huh?
Pretty feathers.
Yes, very pretty feathers.
Well, everything has changed since September the 11th, including airport security.
And now we already told you about a new law making security screeners federal employees, but what about security right now? Our Meg Oliver, live once again at Metro Airport to continue our security reality check. Meg?
Rich, a special 62 CBS investigation shows airport security is much tighter since September 11th, but just how tight depends on where you fly. Earlier, we showed you security measures here at a crowded Metro airport, but the scene was much different when we arrived at Chicago O'Hare Airport just a few hours later. The terminal was quiet, there was no curbside check-in, and police kept traffic moving. For the first time that day, I was patted down and security officers paid a lot more attention to our camera gear than they did here in Detroit. But one safeguard was nearly forgotten. What'd you forget?
Any stranger give you anything to put in the bag?
No.
Have them in your possession all the time. Pardon me? Have the bags in your possession all the time. Yes.
So we're good to go? In addition, on this same day to testing Chicago O'Hare and Detroit Metro, we tested 10 other airports, and in one, our crew even walked into a closed portion of a terminal. We'll continue our special investigation into airport security coming up in just a few minutes. Rich, Amir.
And our high in Detroit today was 55 degrees. Right now we're cold. 37 our current reading here in the city. First warning Doppler showing some activity in the form of snow flurries rolling through the state. Port Huron reporting snow flurries in the past hour. Wallside window on tomorrow morning, we're looking at cloudy skies early, cold, 30 degrees. By lunchtime, we're only up to 37 degrees. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes with your holiday forecast.
Also ahead, a new route for Detroit's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We'll show you.
62 CBS News tomorrow. Women in the military, prim and proper.
Yeah, right.
Times have changed, so have women's roles. You're going on a tour of duty. 2 local women who served during World War II.
It was still a man's world then.
What they were doing then.
I did payroll.
And what women are doing now.
I was kind of surprised to find mud and then muddy water.
I'm glad ours was the way it was when I was in active service.
Tomorrow after Judging Amy, watch 62 CBS News at 11.
At your Metro Detroit Ford dealers, you'll find there are just as many finance choices as there are great new cars and trucks. We work with Ford Credit, and they give you lots of finance choices.
Get 0% financing on 2001 and 2002 Ford cars and light trucks like Windstar, Taurus, Focus, F-Series, Expedition, Explorer, and Ranger.
You've got to be comfortable not only with the vehicle, but with the financing as well.
31 Metro Detroit Ford dealers. Think Ford first.
Hey. Hi. I'm so sorry I'm late. Oh, it's okay.
okay? I just got Mom the most incredible red sweater. Only $100.
Really? That'll go great with the cashmere wrap, gold earrings, and leather purse I got her. And I only paid $100. Oh, nothing.
Why go to department stores when you can get so much more at TJ Maxx? You should go.
Harry Potter is a complete triumph, says Richard Roper. It's the Wizard of Oz of its time. The first film classic of the 21st century. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Rated PG. Now playing.
This program on 62 CBS is brought to you in part by Marshall Fields. Marshall Fields, the sheer joy of shopping.
From National Guard troops to heightened security, the nation's airports are on high alert.
Yeah, now right now, we fly through 10 more of the busiest airports in the country. We've already done Detroit and Chicago. Our Meg Oliver joins us live with the results of her nationwide investigation into airport security. Meg?
Rich, Amir, we selected airports at major cities throughout the United States. All travel was done on November 1st, a Thursday. Our investigation showed security measures vary greatly depending on where you are. In New Orleans, security was out in force. In addition to Metro, this is the only airport where our team saw dogs as part of the security operation.
At this time, we invite our first line of passengers with seat times 336.
New Orleans was also the airport where security guards broke off the nail file portion of these nail clippers before allowing them on board. In Dallas, the first row of short-term parking is blocked off, and inside, those same nail clippers that were clipped in New Orleans made it through Dallas security intact. In Austin, the trip through the security checkpoint was among the quickest, less than 2 minutes. The airport was patrolled by National Guard troops and police, including this patrol car on the tarmac. In Los Angeles, cars were not allowed to park in front of the terminal, not even to unload. And we found 4 times more security officers at LAX than in San Francisco, where my colleague Hank Plant decided to take a walk.
This area is supposedly closed off. We just completely walked right in from the parking garage up through this supposedly closed off terminal. We're the only ones here.
At the Miami airport, airline employees asked the standard 2 questions. But passengers were also asked to look at a list of items that aren't allowed on board, including knives and box cutters.
And I was surprised that some on the list is everyday things had matches. I didn't realize those weren't allowed.
In Atlanta, like all the other airports we investigated, restaurants had switched to plastic utensils. In Minneapolis, gift wrap packages are unwrapped.
I don't mind. I don't mind at all. As long as my security is here, I have no problem with that.
And in Kansas City, babies are searched.
All passengers must present proper photo identification when checking in.
But at these 2 airports, passengers only had to show ID once, compared to twice at 4 other airports and 3 times at Metro and 5 others. In addition to this investigation, since September 11th, I have personally flown to 4 other states, and with one exception, it has always taken me at least a half hour, if not more, to pass through security. With holiday travel plans quickly approaching, I would advise leaving all sharp objects behind and arrive at least 2 hours early. Reporting live at Metro, I'm Meg Oliver, 62 CBS News at 11.
Thank you, Meg. Lots of great information. While holiday travelers snake their way through lines at Metro Airport, concourse comedians will provide some comic relief. Second City will crack jokes from noon until 2 o'clock to entertain the travelers. That group hopes the comedy will help to relieve some of the stress that comes with holiday traveling. That's a different kind of an idea.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you got some angry travelers, I don't know if anybody want to tell them jokes. You never know what might happen.
May not be funny, huh?
I got some weather that's not too funny, especially after last week. We were feeling like summer. Now it's definitely cold. 55, you're high in Detroit today. There's a beautiful Christmas tree down in HART PLAZA today, and it's a live shot in the background. 37, your low so far. We did pick up some rain this morning. Outside right now, mostly cloudy, 37 degrees. That's our current temperature. Relative humidity is 67%. We've got a west wind at 7 miles per hour, and the barometer is rising. It's 30.03. All your local readings at 11 o'clock. It's 37 Metro, 38 now at City Airport, 37 Mount Clemens, 36 at Port Huron, Windsor 39, the same in Monroe, Ann Arbor and Ypsilanti 37 degrees, 36 degrees at Howell and Brighton. It is definitely cold outside. The wind's blowing. It's not going to stop. It'll keep up all night, and we're talking wind chill. Here are the high temperatures locally today. Ann Arbor 55. In Detroit we hit 55 degrees, 54 for Pontiac. The hot spot, Mount Clemens, 57 this afternoon, and Port Huron 54 degrees. High and low temperatures in the Middle East for your Tuesday. Here's what they look like. They range from highs in the 40s all the way up to the 90s. And first warning Doppler, we're looking at snow now. First of all, the rain from earlier this morning pushing well off to the east. Now we're on the backside, the cold flow, northwesterly surface winds ushering in some snow across a good part of the lower peninsula right now. Not a big deal, just hit and miss snow showers. In fact, Port Huron reporting snow showers in the past hour, and we still have some hit and miss showers in the northern sections of our local viewing area right now. So we could see a flake or two if you're still going out tonight here in Metro Detroit. Now, here's what's happening. We've got a cold front that's moving off to the east. Behind that, the northwesterly surface flow, the strong winds, they'll continue tonight. So watch the wind chill tomorrow morning, especially for the kids when they're waiting for the bus or walking to school. Cold will definitely be the word tonight and part of tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow should be the coldest day of the week. Then we'll start climbing once again. We'll see a mix of clouds and sunshine, and the winds will finally shift later on. Overnight lows tonight, look at this. 20s in the North Country, 30s down here in the south. We're going to be right around 30 here in Detroit, so readings below freezing over most of the state tonight. And locally, tomorrow, Birmingham, Warren, Inkster, Ann Arbor, Brighton, we're talking temperatures right around 40 degrees, 41, 42 at most. And we're looking at a mix of clouds and sunshine with those northwesterly surface winds, so it will definitely feel cool. The only good news about tomorrow is there'll be some sunshine poking through those clouds once in a while. Now your forecast in detail for Detroit. Cloudy tonight. We'll see a flurry here and there, 30 degrees your low, and pretty good northwest winds. Then for tomorrow, Tuesday, colder. We'll see clouds and sunshine, 40 your high, northwest winds 10 to 20. Then for the next 5 days, 40 tomorrow, 48 as we get into Wednesday. Now, there's your holiday, Thursday, Thanksgiving. 33 your morning low, so if you're going downtown, bundle up. It's going to be cold, but Thursday, all in all, should be all right. 47 your high. Then the big shopping day on Friday, we're looking at 48 degrees and rain. So it's a good day to be in the mall shopping. Saturday, same story. And then Sunday, Monday, and next Tuesday, back up toward 50 by next Tuesday. So we'll be all over the place the next several days, but definitely cold tonight and bundle up, especially tomorrow morning.
And go shop.
Go shop.
You go shop. I mentioned the hunters would like to have a little snow up in the northern part of the state.
They're getting it right now, yeah.
Well,
and
good.
It's much colder up there as well.
Good.
Yeah.
Up there's fine. Thanks, Jim. City of Detroit is working overtime, getting ready for its annual Thanksgiving Day Parade. Parade company workers are adding the final touches to their floats right now. If you plan to attend, there is a new route this year. The parade starts off at the Detroit Institute of Arts and stretches down Woodward to Grand Circus Park. And don't forget to tune in to 62 CBS 9 a.m. for the All-American Thanksgiving Parade. The show features parades from 3 cities, including ours, including Detroit. CBS stars Jennifer Finnegan from Bold and the Beautiful and Clarence Gilliard from Walker, Texas Ranger will host the program live here in Detroit. Should be exciting.
A great parade.
Oh, it always is. Always is.
Well, 'tis the season, but it's not looking a lot like Christmas outside.
Well, there's a lack of snow. The sun is shining for the most part, and now there is something else lighting up Detroit. We're going to take you to the ceremony that signifies the start of the holidays in Motown. That's coming up. But first, Chuck's here with a little look at sports.
The Lions are 0-9 and will try just about anything to get a win, but does that include playing a 330-pounder at wide receiver? Well, of that and more. He's a big guy. Next.
Got debt? Get Loan Giant and win Giant. Afraid you're paying so much in bad credit loans that you'll be in debt forever? Get Loan Giant and win Giant. With Loan Giant's Rate Buster program, you win with the lowest rates for bad credit every day. Payments of 8.5% or less, and that's a promise. I don't care how bad your credit is. Loan Giant gets you approved on the phone today, cash in your hands tomorrow. Get to the phone right now, and not only will you get out of debt, you might be a multi-millionaire tomorrow. If you call right now, you get to play Loan Giant's $10 million daily win Giant right on the phone. Refinance today at the lowest rates in decades, and Loan Giant will get you approved on the phone today, cash in your hands tomorrow, whether you borrow it or win it. Got debt? Get Loan Giant and win Giant. Call right now. There's still time to enter today's $10 million daily win Giant right over the phone.
This little creature here's a ringtail lemur, and his mortal predator...
Into reality TV, widescreen LCD television, only from Panasonic.
Luckily, we haven't seen any snakes.
Panasonic.
just ahead of mine.
Presenting the redesigned Mercury Mountaineer with a standard third-row seat. Fold it down and it disappears, yielding a cavernous amount of cargo space. Raise it and 7 adults can sit comfortably for the most third-row leg and headroom in its class. Now, returning lessees can lease Mountaineer for just $399 a month for 24 months, with just $29.99 cash to its signing after $1,000 cash back. See your Metro Detroit Mercury dealer today.
When you see this sign, you know you've made the right choice. Wallside, most preferred, most referred.
Start the morning laughing with Dick Purton and Purton's People and the songs you can sing along with round the clock on Oldies 104.3 WOMC.
So we can talk about maybe the Wings, the Pistons, the Tigers.
The Lions.
The Lions. The bane of our existence.
What?
After losing 9 games in a row, the Lions are due, or some might say mildew. Thursday, the Lions will expose their dismal record to a national audience on Thanksgiving. And as Jerry Millen found out today, the injuries are once again piling up.
I'll be out for a while, though. I don't see myself coming back anytime soon. Definitely not this Thursday.
You feel like you got to be out at least a couple of weeks?
You know, I don't know. Like I said, you know, it's still up in the air. We'll wait and see. Like I said, it's still kind of fresh. The injury is kind of tender right now, but like I said, it hasn't been 24 hours yet, and then we'll see.
Yes, we will have to wait and see just who is available for Thursday's game against Green Bay. Now, after seeing Mike McMahon in yesterday's game as a receiver, is it possible we'll see that again?
Mike asked to do that, and he goes, "I'm fast. You're in."
Well, it wasn't so odd, you know, just go out and try and play the game. I wasn't really thinking about too much, am I going to catch the ball or not catch the ball. I think if it was thrown my way, and I'm going to do the best I can to try and make the catch. And, you know,
were you hoping it was thrown your way, or were you saying, don't throw it to me?
Oh, no, you know, if I was open, throw me the ball, you know. And, but, you know, I was an inside guy, so it was tough to throw the ball down the middle of the field with only 23 seconds left in the game.
You know, with the shortage of receivers, it looks like the Detroit Lions may try anything for Thanksgiving's game. But moving Sean Rogers to wideout?
No, never that. I was just out there getting a little extra conditioning and just trying to find a fun way to do it.
If they needed you, though, you'd be there?
I doubt that'll even come close to happening. So, you know, it'd be fun. It's a nice dream, but I doubt it.
I'm Jerry Millen at the Silverdome for 62 CBS Sports.
And Sean would have to pull his pants up, too, I think. Meanwhile, Stephen Boyd was put on injured reserve today, officially putting him out for the season. But there is some good news. Yes, good news. James Stewart expects to return at running back, James Stewart does. And Thursday's game is a sellout, so it will be on television. That's good. And the Lions will play a Packer team that will be missing one of its best players. Safety Leroy Butler broke his left shoulder blade on this play on Sunday. He is out indefinitely and maybe for the rest of the season. Butler has started in 128 consecutive games. The Packers defense ranks second in the NFL. College hoops, this was a dandy. #1 Duke versus Seton Hall. That's Tommy Amaker's old team trying for the upset. They're down by 1, 6 seconds to go. Ty Shine, just get a shot off at least. No, the ball is stolen and Duke survives. The #1 team in the nation wins 80-79. And finally, Barry Bonds won his 4th Most Valuable Player award today. Bonds shattered baseball's home run record this season, hitting 73 against some pretty weak pitching, but we'll save that for another show. Now the San Francisco Giants will have to find a way to keep him. Bonds is a free agent, and he will command many, many dollars in the open market. How much money you guys got?
Well, I know a team that could use him.
Yes, but I don't think they'll. He's
well, the Lions need a wide receiver, don't they?
Wide receiver, he'll play it.
We'll be right back with Wake Up Weather.
This magic moment, so different and so new.
Create a little magic of your own this holiday with diamonds from Service Merchandise. Our quality and selection will amaze you. So will our prices. All our diamond jewelry is on sale up to 50% off. Stop by America's leading jeweler. We're even open on Thanksgiving from 8 to 8.
Forever till the end of time.
Thousands of Michigan families will get a tax deduction this year while saving for college. You can too if you start saving by December 31st with the new Michigan Education Savings Program. It's the only $529 savings plan that gives you a Michigan state tax deduction, up to $10,000 a year. Start with as little as $25. Use it at thousands of colleges everywhere. But you've got to invest by December 31st to get your tax benefits. With the Michigan Education Savings Program, saving for college doesn't have to be taxing. Enroll today.
Hi. What's that? Morning mix. Chex Pieces, cranberries, raisins. You know, I had an idea to invent something like this.
Really? Was it as good as your idea for the remote control toaster?
Much better.
Well, this has fruits and nuts.
I had fruits and nuts, too. I had a different name, though. Dave's Good Stuff.
Introducing Morning Mix, a grab-and-go bag of crispy Chex cereal with sweet raisins, tangy cranberries, and almonds, all mixed together.
How long did it take you to think that one up?
New Morning Mix from Chex, breakfast to go.
Where is he? Oh, no, not snow. Not snow. Not no!
Polaris. It's not just a sled, it's a priority. Pay $79 per month or see your dealer for nothing down, no payments, and no interest until April 2002.
$498. That's all you have to spend at Furniture Express to get no payments, no interest till 2003, plus we pay the sales tax. It's this week only. Don't miss it.
America is at war. Stay informed with WWJ News Radio 950. One station, now more than ever.
Thing of beauty, Christmas lights shining at HART PLAZA tonight. Mayor Dennis Archer, of course, was there for this year's tree lighting ceremony. Choirs, and they were good choirs tonight. Dancers, marching bands helped add a little Christmas spirit to the event. Each year, the tree lighting ceremony in HART PLAZA kicks off the official Christmas season in the great city of Detroit.
It's only about a month away.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it feels like winter, too, with the cold temperatures.
Yes.
Wind chill tomorrow morning. Remember this for the kids, especially for your school bus weather. It's going to drop down to about 30 degrees early. Definitely cold. Sunrise 7:30, but the winds will be northwest at about 20 miles per hour. So we're talking wind chill in the teens tomorrow.
Thursday looking pretty good?
It's looking dry and normal.
For the parade.
Yes.
Okay, sounds great. Okay,
Yeah.
Jimmy, thanks. Letterman coming up next.
At the desk tonight, actor-comedian Kevin James from the hit CBS series The King of Queens, football legend and CBS Sports commentator Deion Sanders, contributor, and the latest survivor of Vicki Lindsay
Good night.
Ritchie.
See you tomorrow.
Judge Joe Brown, weeknights at 7:30 on Detroit 62 CBS.
Hey, Mom.